What? I've just read something wild. What? I don't know. Did you know that around 60% of Utah's population is marmots? Marmots? How can that be? That doesn't even make sense. These cute little fuzzy guys. Oh, I read that wrong. Mormons, 60% Mormons. This is embarrassing. Play the intro. Welcome to the state of Utah, where one wife is never enough. Squeezed in between 5 states, Colorado, Wyoming, Idaho, Arizona, and right next door to the holy state is the state of sin, Nevada. Get that map back up. Can we just take a quick look at the state of Utah and appreciate how unsettling the shape is? Could have been a rectangle. So close. The good Lord did not want me to enter the state of Utah. He tried to stop me. I drove in late one summer's day, and as I was leaving Arizona, he tried to wipe me off the face of the earth with a flash flood. Lightning and thunder was playing havoc behind me, and over the radio, an emergency warning played. This is an emergency warning. There is a flash flood in this area. You need to pull over immediately. I didn't pull over immediately. I could see high ground, and I made it to that high ground. But later that night, as I crossed the border into Utah, I nearly slammed right into a deer, which would have killed me. It was a big deer, and I was in a small car, and it would have killed me. My theory is that the Utanas, they have prayed in some sort of wall of sin, and I was trying to get through that wall of sin, and I got through. Nice try, maybe next time. Sucker. Please don't strike me down. I don't know why he was trying to stop me from seeing Utah. It is a lovely place. Though it can get devilishly hot in the summer, 110 degrees Fahrenheit and higher. And if you have no idea what that means, you are not alone. For literally everyone else in the world, that's 40 plus degrees Celsius. It also drops below freezing in the winter, which is why it's so well known as a winter destination for its winter sports atop the Rocky Mountains. It's a diverse state ranging in geography. Mountains, salt lakes, pine forests, arid deserts, and it's home to some dangerous creatures. Rattlesnakes, scorpions, black bears, cougars. Cougars? I didn't see any cougars. That's the thing about cougars though. They hide in the shadows watching their prey. And then BAM! When you least expect it, when you're at your drunkest, they say that they're in their 20s. The state of Utah has some unreal places. So let's take a look, starting with the Big 5 national parks. First up, Zion National Park. It's a breathtaking location. Goliath limestone rock formations loom over you as you enter the national park through a Great Valley. It could very well be the Great Valley from the Land Before Time movies.
The Great Valley.
They're very similar, and dinosaur fossils have been found throughout Utah. The great thing about US national parks is at some point someone just built the road where it was ever most convenient. The road through Zion takes the most direct and scenic route across the valley floor, even going as far as through the Goliath stones that have been there for a millennia. It does mean spectacular views without ever having to leave the car. The Narrows can also be found in Zion, an opening through a slot in the canyon which has flowing water that runs through it. A unique landscape to say the least. Bryce Canyon is an amphitheater of vertical rock formations called hoodoos. It's quite cool and very unusual. Looking down upon the rock formations, it looks as though you are looking at termite-eaten wood, the same texture. You view the area from an upper plateau peering across the valley of the hoodoos. Their beautiful colours of red, orange and white. If you thought one arch isn't impressive enough, how about 2,000? 2,000 sandstone arches can be found in Arches National Park. The arches were created as an evaporative layer of salt washed away. Look, there's more to it than that, but it's quite complex and I could pretend like I know what I'm talking about, but I don't, and I would be giving you misinformation. What matters is there are incredible arches to be seen. I hope that explains it because really that's the best you're going to get from me. Capitol Reef. The drive through Capitol Reef is one where you will be stopping all the way along. You are driving through a desert landscape, though it has many oddities. The park is home to limestone monoliths that protrude out of the ground. The colours of the sedimentary rocks are brilliant against the olive green flora. The park is incredibly narrow and the drive doesn't take too long, though you can get out and hike. Canyonland is Utah's version of the Grand Canyon. It's a pity that because you're second, you don't get a name like Grand. You just get Canyonland. Like a scene from Mars, the eroded landscape covers over 1,000 square kilometres and will capture your attention almost as much as the Grand Canyon. The Colorado and Green River meet here. Outside the Big Five national parks, there are many other sights to see. Let's take a look. Located on the Arizona-Utah border on the Navajo Indian Reserve is Monument Valley. If you've ever watched a Western or Wile E. Coyote, you'll know the scene. This cinematic landscape is home to sandstone pillars surrounded by nothing but flat desert. Driving through, you'll be competing with a flurry of tourists for the designated spots all along the road, trying to take the exact same photo. For optimum thrills, make sure you're playing the best Old West music you can as you drive through this scene.
I'm pretty tired. Think I'll go home now.
The Bonneville Salt Flats are a sight if you've never seen salt flats before. A wide open plain of glistening white salt. Always fun for a photo opportunity. I went in the peak of summer and that's not a very smart idea. If you want to feel hell on earth, I suggest going to the salt flats at this time. It is quite a drive from Salt Lake City. You're not looking at much. If you're intent on seeing them, go for it. But if you've seen one salt flat, you've seen them all. That's what they say. That's what I say. I just made that saying up then. Park City. You may recognize the main street from a movie or two. If you want to feel like you're in a film, this is the place to be. It's a super clean and pretty town with a lovely main street. It feels more like a set. It's a picture perfect town and a short drive from Salt Lake City, and a hub in the winter for skiers. Lastly, Salt Lake City. Look, it's alright, it's got what every other city has to offer. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is here, which you can't go into unless you are a Mormon. I'm not sure how far you're willing to go to see the inside of a church, but that's totally up to you. In contrast, there are a fair few dinosaur museums to be found here, as it's the site of many fossil findings, hence the Great Valley theory. Oh shoot, there's someone at the door. I'd love to keep talking, but I've got to go. Make sure to like and subscribe, or don't, do whatever you want, I don't care. Coming!